Question 5. This question is from factor theorem. This question has two parts. In the first part, we have to show that 2x minus 1 is a factor of function x, that is 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 10x minus 4. And we will prove it using the factor theorem. In the second part of the question, we have to show that this function has only one real root. Now let's start with the first part of the question. Since 2x minus 1 will be the factor, let's find the value of the x first. Let's equate 2x minus 1 to 0. So we can write 2x minus 1 equals to 0. So 2x equals to 1. So x equals to half. Now, according to the factor theorem, if we substitute x equals to half in the function, that is f half, and the result becomes 0, then we can say that 2x minus 1 is a factor of this function. Now let's put f half. So we get 2 times half cube minus 5 times half squared plus 10 times half minus 4. In the next line we can write 2 over 8 minus 5 over 4. 10 divided by 2 gives us 5, so we can write 5 minus 4. Now in the next line, 2 over 8 minus 5 over 4 plus 1. Now let's try to find the LCM of the denominators, that is 8, 4 and 1. The LCM is 8, so in the denominator we can write 8. In your numerator, 2 minus 10 then plus 8, which is equals to 0. So 0 over 8, the result is 0. Let's draw a line here first. Let me draw the line. Yes, now so f half equals to 0, so we can say that 2x minus 1 is a factor of the function x. So first part is done. Now let's move on to the next part of the question. Here the equation is given as 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 10x minus 4 equals to 0, and we have to show that it has only one real root. Since 2x minus 1 is a factor already given, we will take the help of it. So it can be done with we will have to factorize it. So let's factorize with the help of this given factor. So let's write the equation first. 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 10x minus 4 equals to 0. Now we won't write the second line first, rather we will construct the third line first, and based on the third line we will construct our second line. So in our third line, let's write, so in the third line 2x minus 1. Now in the second line we need 2x cubed. In order to get 2x cubed, we have to multiply 2x minus 1 with x squared. So let's multiply with x squared. So if you multiply with x squared, it gives us x squared, it gives us 2x cubed minus x squared. Now let's write 2x minus 1 again in the third line. Now we need minus 4x squared in the second line. So we need to multiply 2x minus 1 with minus 2x to get minus 4x in the second line. So minus 4x squared in the second line. So minus 4x squared. We got minus 4x squared, then plus 2x. Now let's write 2x minus 1 in the third line again. Now we need 8x in the second line. To get the 8x, we need to multiply 2x minus 1 with positive 4. So let's multiply with 4 plus 4. So plus 4, okay, it's like, yeah, this 4 then in the second line we can write 8x minus 4 then equals to 0. Now from the third line we can take 2x minus 1 common, and then we can write inside the bracket x square minus 2x plus 4 equals to 0. So therefore I can say that it has two factors, one is 2x minus 1, the other is x square minus 2x plus 4. Now if 2x the quadratic factor will have solution if its discriminant is greater or equals to 0. So let's find the discriminant of this quadratic factor first. So we can say x square minus 2x plus 4 equals to 0. So now we need to find the discriminant of this quadratic equation. So like here let's find the value, of its discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac. So if b square minus 4ac becomes less than 0, we can say that it has no real roots. So here we can write minus 2 whole square minus 4 times 1 times 4, which is equals to 4 minus 16. So let's write 4 minus 16, which is equals to minus 12, and minus 12 obviously less than 0. So since discriminant is less than 0, we can say that this cubic function has only one real root, because this quadratic factor does not have any real root. So this cubic function has one real solution, and the value is x equals to half. So question 5 is done. Now let's try to solve question 6.